think are the prospects for zones of peace with the new administration in Georgia?
I think they're fabulous, absolutely fabulous. Shortly after the October 1 election, which the new parliament took over, the former Georgian ambassador to the United Nations in New York, who was a friend of ours, said on national television that he wanted to establish a peace zone for Abkhazia. And then he became the Minister for Defense in the new government. And so I was very excited about that, and still am excited. But I'm even more excited about the Prime Minister, who was taken over, and you all know about his background and history. But he is a real peace builder from the heart. And he's done some exciting things. He's the first head of state to go officially to Armenia and Azerbaijan and talk about peace and talk about bringing the South Caucasus together to form an economic union and bring peace to the whole region. And I think that's fantastic. I'm a great fan of the new Prime Minister, having never met him.
Just a couple of words about what you would like to say to the new Prime Minister, and how would you see your future cooperation with the new administration?
Well, I'd like to say several things. First of all, I'd like to congratulate him on his appointment and his victory. And secondly, I would like to congratulate him on his outreach to Armenia and Azerbaijan, which has never been done before. I think that is really a great move on his part. And thirdly, I would like to suggest that he visit the United States now. We have a new Secretary of State who's only been sworn in a couple of days ago, and a president with a new second term, and I think both of them would be fascinated by what he is trying to do in the South Caucasus. So I would encourage him to come here as soon as he can.
Prime Minister Ivanishvili, while visiting Armenia, mentioned that Georgia would be willing to work on the reopening of a railroad that would go through Abkhazia, another conflict zone, which would connect Armenia and Azerbaijan to Ukraine and others, but would be a railroad that could be worked out. What would you say about this?
Well, I think that's an interesting idea, because the new Prime Minister got his master's degree in Moscow in railroad engineering. And so this should be a project which he would appreciate, and he could have a major role in making it happen because of his professional background.
Yeah.
Well, I also have a background in railroads. I built a 350-mile railroad linking Turkey and Iran in the 60s, and finishing a project that had been started years before. And it's actually working to this very day. So railroads can bring people together, and I think that's a very good sign of peace building.